right, y'all. We're back. So I was trying to use this new platform, and I'm like, I'm just gonna stick with this one. I like it better. So welcome. I am Empress A. I am a conjure woman, an author, a playwright, and a root worker. So tonight we are going to discuss the book of Psalms and the ability to use God's work and the Bible to its full advantage. Okay? If I can get this on my face and fix this wig, we will be fine. Okay. It's a lot happening today. Today has been a very busy day, and I cannot for the life of me get this hair together. So I'm about 2 seconds away from so I'm gonna give you time to hop in to get in. So we can go ahead and get this thing cracking. And in the meantime, I'll give y'all a little. Hey, will you bring me my mirror right quick? Oh. Girl, it's a party. You see it? You said no? Okay, I think we're good. We can tell Harmony to come in. Yeah, we're gonna get it together. We're gonna get it together. Yeah. Will you go to my address? Where is it? Okay. And hey. Of course I will. Okay, we back. Listen, I tried a new streaming system and I took my tail right back to where I came from. So yes, it is I, Empress A. We are here tonight. Thank y'all for coming to Wise Wednesday or whatever you choose to call it. You're welcome back. Tonight we are going to be focusing on Psalms 101. I do want to always remind you to take what resonates, leave what does not. Grab your pen, grab your pencil. Tonight I have water. I am meatless right now, so I'm still going to be eating, but still going to be eating, but as far as anything else, no. So I am now on Patreon. Y'all can join my Patreon to get gems, different workings, different things that you can do. I do have a Warlock series that is going on right now. The new episode of that will be uploaded tonight. And if you look at the bottom of the scroll, it does say my Patreon. It's literally Empress A. But I am going to pin that for some of you so you can see it clearer. And don't forget to Here you go, babe. So, yes. So, tonight we are going to be focusing again on the powers of songs. This is the Power of Songs by Anna Reeve. You can purchase this at La Emperatriz Botanica.shop, which is listed below. Um, and this, I feel like it's one of those things that I've come across. I'm not really big on the Bible because I know why it was created. That is my view. I don't have to judge anybody else's view, and no one can actually judge mine. And if you do, I don't care. Um, I know that the Bible was created. I know that the Bible was originally written, and it's in language, the first one that majority of us cannot read or translate. It was rewritten probably hundreds of thousands, millions of times to fit the lifestyle and the likings of our oppressor. So, with that being said, you have our melanated beings, our indigenous ancestors who were here originally. They were not brought from Africa. Some of them were not. But here our ancestors were enslaved, and here is where that King James version was written to take the strength and the powers of the melanated beings and indigenous beings and our practices and turn those into witchcraft and turn theirs into religion. So one of the things that we have to know when we are manifesting, we have to be very big on our words. We have to be very big on faith. You can pretty much you we can pretty much manifest anything we want. In Matthews it says, ask and ye shall receive if you believe. So as long as we believe it, as long as we ask, we will receive it. And so I noticed that yesterday, even for me, in the transitional period that I'm in and elevate into new heights, and the things that I go through, and I tell y'all all the time, I'm no better than you. I'm just like you. Um, we need things like this that are quick that we can just kind of like. Yeah, the candles are important. The element of fire is important. I got my candles right here. They right here. I keep them on deck. But we're talking about honestly taking the book of Psalm, the Bible, and placing it in our lives in a way that we really understand what we need to be doing. Okay. Let me get this up here for you and get your notepads, get your pens, get your pencils or whatever. We are going to get into this evening Psalms 101. Again, I am Empress A, the root worker, the conjure woman, the author, and the writer, and this is Psalms 101. Thanks, okay, girl. Don't you want to sling it right in? You put no salt and pepper?
Well, I can't find the salt and pepper. You don't have it up here?
Oh, where your brother?
Mm-hmm.
So, Psalm 101, we are going to go over the basics of. We are going to go over the basics of this book of Psalms so you can know how to utilize it. You don't necessarily have to have that book, but if you do, great. You are perfectly fine to use your Bible. Okay? Now, when we talk about the history of Psalms, we are referencing a book that can be found in Jewish and Western Christianity. These are found in the Bible and as well in the Torah. I'm on a meatless thing, but Y'all, I gotta have some like type of like some. First of all, son, pick that salt up. Mm-hmm. Thanks, son. Now, the purpose of the Book of Psalms it was to teach the proper way to praise and manifest your heart's desire. Now, this is a book that is written by 10, approximately, allegedly by 10 authors. You will see the names out here. I don't want to butcher anybody's names, but they are listed below. Now, one thing that I want you to pay attention to is again, this is written by allegedly 10 different authors, meaning these are 10 allegedly 10 different versions, perceptions, perspectives of this story. The book of Psalm is going to teach you a few things about how to navigate through your powers and your alchemy as a being. I've always kind of been in a space where I've assumed, and I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, forgive me. I've always said that the book of Proverbs was the don'ts and the book of Psalms was the do's. Does that make sense? So there are multiple topics that Psalms will focus on, but topics, some of the top four topics that we are focused on are comfort, financial assistance, love, and protection. So this is a book to go to when you need either of these things or more. Um, this is also a book that is good for hexing. Someone messing with you, it has the perfect verses to hex somebody. The book of Corinthians is good too. I'm thinking about busting that down next. So, one thing that I want to point out to you when I say that this book can be used for hexes is because if you go to page 46 when you get your book, and I'm going to leave this up, this is also on my YouTube channel, Psalm 55, and in this book, it has an option to create havoc among evildoers. And Psalm 55:4 says, "My heart is sore pain within me, and the terrors of death are fallen upon me. Fearfulness and trembling are coming upon me, and horror hath overwhelmed me. And I said, oh, that I had wings like a dove, for then I would fly away and be at rest. Lo, then would I wander far off and remain in the wilderness. I would hasten my escape from the windy storm and tempest. Destroy, O Lord, and divide their tongues. For I have seen violence and strife in the city. Day and night they go about it upon the walls thereof. Mischief also and sorrow are in the midst of it." And then it proceeds. There's also when friends have betrayed you. This is an option too. Verses 9 through 11, Psalm 41. Ye, my own familiar friend, in whom I trusted, which did eat of my bread, hath lifted up his heel against me. Like, this is like really like some, what? You mad because your friend left? But thou, O Lord, be merciful unto me and raise me up that I may quite them. By this I know that thou favorest me, because mine enemy doth not triumph over me. So this just has like a bunch of stuff that can, you know, protection from vengeful plots like 6 through 7. Mine eye shall be upon the faithful of the land, that they may dwell with me. He hath that walk in the perfect way, he shall serve me. He that worketh deceit shall not dwell within my house. He that telleth lies shall not tarry in my sight. And it's just like it's one of those things that has a plethora of things. And as you get deeper into it, you'll start to find like, damn, like it's really some good stuff in here. So comfort, financial assistance, love, and protection. The reason why I highlighted these four, because these are the four in spirituality that people most deal with, people focus on, okay? Now, Psalms is also, hey baby, Psalms is also combined with hoodoo. All right. Now, when we're talking about Psalms and hoodoo, we are talking about Psalms having a significant place in hoodoo, and that is because it is known for its poems and hymns. It makes a great contribution to speaking to the spiritual realm. When we are talking about hoodoo and magic and spell working, we have got to remember that our words will set ablaze everything that we need to do. Now, knowing that these books were originally written to keep and control melanated spell, oh, a hidden spell to eliminate the acknowledgement of indigenous people. So, this was really, the Bible was really designed to keep indigenous people captive and from actually take, because what they thought was going to happen was they thought it was going to come over here. They thought they were going to take our powers, and instead it kind of like it worked for a little bit until we realized like, oh, so they got their own workings, so we gonna mix our workings with their workings, and it went poof. Now Psalms is over 1,000 years old, leading most to believe that our ancestors who could read learned the power of this book. And when we talk about this, it aids and amplifies many spiritual religions, many spiritual practices, but religions such as like spiritual practices like Santeria, they focus more on like Catholicism. Hoodoo is more like Christian based, if that makes sense. Now, these are a few verses for finances when it comes to Psalms. Write these down and keep these handy so you can change your financial situation. And basically, in the powers of Psalms, you are able to really learn how to do it. Like, I think the first one, yeah, Psalm 8. Let's go to Psalm 8. Psalm 8. And this is bring customers to one's business each day before the shop is open. Burn some of the prosperity incense and pray this psalm. And this psalm is one that is just speaking about how great this person is, this being is, this energy is, and drawing people to them that are the right clientele. That's your money, that's your business. Then we have Psalm 8. I'm sorry, Psalm 17. Psalm 17 is also one that the promise of eternal life, which would be helpful because in order for you to keep your finances going, you do want to have a great life. We go on to 24, 26, 40, 71, 72, 74, 108. And these are all ones that are going to bring you good fortune. Even Psalm 75, strength and chances for a job promotion. So this book is going to give you the keys to a lot of things that you need to know and that you need to maneuver on, that you need to push forward towards so you can find it in yourself to build a relationship with that inner God. Once you start it, spirit kind of sees and it's like, okay, I see what you're doing. Let me help you out. Now, something else that is really big is going to be love. Love is something that people love to manifest. And when we talk about it, we are going to let's focus on Psalm 88. Because I like the number 88. It's abundant. It's abundant. It's abundant. So this is for reconcile estranged lovers. Okay. And it says copy verse 8 and 18 on parchment paper. On the other side of the paper, write the two lovers' names as many times as needed to cover the paper. Place the talisman name side down, beneath the container of fire of love incense burned daily. Now, when we're talking about these incense, you can use any incense like cinnamon, frankincense, and myrrh. If you get some love incense, you can do that. Cinnamon is really good. Romance, black love, whatever you want to use is whatever you need to use. So the verse that it's asking for is 8 and 18. And let's just see what this says about reconciling estranged lovers. 8 says, Thou hast put away mine acquaintance far from me. Thou hast made me an abomination unto them. I am shut up and I cannot come forth. 18 says, Lover and friend hast thou put far from me, and mine acquaintance into darkness. These are said because basically what it's saying is I have been separated from one of my lovers and I want to go back. I don't like it. That's basically what it says. So things like that, even down to like 98, because I like the number 98. 9 plus 8 is 17, and 1 plus 7 equals 8. And we're back at the number abundance. Even 98 has the workings where it says keep a happy heart and joyful attitude. One's attitude is bound to brighten and life flourish if this joyous song is read upon arising each rising. And then it'll just go through and kind of tell you like what you need to do to just have love and joy flowing through your heart. Now, another thing that is really, really big when we are talking about root work, we are talking about the book of Psalms, is protection. We are in a time where we need to be protected. While they staying dangerous, we need to stay safe. And one of the things is that Psalm 3 is one. And these are Psalm 3, 17, 15, 16, 18, 20. And it's more of these. It's like 100, it's over 150 Psalms, I think, if we're talking about into like the Torah. Hope I'm saying that right. So as we are entering into this, it's more here, but these are just a few that you can keep and that you can take notes on, screenshot this page, and you can kind of reference and run to it. But the beautiful thing about this book, and I'll go over it towards the end, is it has a glossary and it has an index. I like that. So comfort, and this is the one that I think people need to focus on a lot, and that is going to be comfort in knowing that you are kept. So this is one that helps build faith and build trust when you're trying to remove that energy of stress, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and so forth, so on. Psalm 6, 7, 25, 93, 97 through 104, 141, and it's still more here for you. Now, in this conclusion, yeah, I can go back. And let me tell you something. These work. Trust me. I wouldn't steer you wrong. I never steer y'all wrong.
How do you change the extra key?
Mm-mm. You're welcome, honey. So one thing I always want y'all to keep in mind is that the Bible is a reference book. Okay. Use it as advice. Any questions, concerns, emotional outbursts? I feel like the lessons should be like short because I don't want to bore y'all. Okay. Now that we're done with that, we're going to go over Psalm 54 and time of need. Anytime I don't eat meat, like I get extra hungry. Crazy. So, when you are in times of need, when you are having negative thoughts, when you are seeking revenge against your enemy, Psalm 54 is going to be really good for you, okay? So Psalm 54 reads as, Save me, O God, by thy name, and judge me by my strength. Hear my prayer, O God. Give ear to the words of my mouth. For strangers are risen up against me, and oppressors seek after my soul. They have not set God before them, Selah. Behold, God is mine helper. The Lord is with them that uphold my soul. He shall reward evil unto mine enemies, cut them off in thy truth. I will freely sacrifice unto thee. I will praise thy name, O Lord, for it is good. For he hath delivered me out of all trouble, and mine eye hath seen his desire upon mine enemies. So, Psalm 54 is a really good verse. It's a really good chapter to learn when you are in that moment of feeling heavy, when people are sending energy to you, or people are doing things to you, or things are not just going right. Now, one of the things that I do encourage y'all always to do is to operate out of love. And because love has the ability to do so much and eliminate so much, we have to learn that. But when we go back to Psalm 54, and it says, Save me, O God, by thy name, and judge me by thy strength. So, protect me. Pull me out of whatever is going on. Judge me by my strength. Because God know you. God know exactly who you are. God resides right in you, etc., etc. Hear my prayer, oh God. Give ear to the words of my mouth. What basically at that point, what they're asking is, hey, I'm calling out, I'm calling your name out, I'm screaming out to you, I need your help like ASAP. Hear my words, hear my prayers at this very moment, and listen to me because I may not speak them clearly, but if you just listen to me, God, you'll be able to make out what I'm saying. For strangers are risen up against me, and oppressors seek after my soul. People who don't even know me, they may know of me, they don't know me checking for me, God. Like people who ain't even really supposed to not like me or even care to like me got a thing against me. I enter the room and they acting all weird and stuff. Like I'm at work and people just being strange. Like I'm entering into the space and people are just being like really like rude. And then it says, oppressors seek after my soul. And for the ones who really go against your law, God, they don't want just me, they want my entire soul. So when they are doing things to distract me or to suck out my soul, I need you to handle that for me. They have not set God before them because God, they don't want you. They don't want you. And then it proceeds to say, behold, God is mine helper. The Lord is with them that uphold my soul. So what basically it's saying is like, you, God, you are, I'm coming to you because I know you got me. You're not going to let nothing happen to me, and you help me throughout life, so I know you'll help me with the situation. He shall reward evil until mine enemies. The people that are my enemies will get rewarded with evil. There will be torment and things that happen to them, things that bring them to their knees, things that slaughter them and bring sorrow upon them because you messing with me. And all I had to do was call on God and let God handle this situation. Then it says, cut them off in thy truth. I will freely sacrifice unto thee. I will praise thy name, O Lord, for it is good. Because you are protecting me so well, I will let everybody else know that you protected me. And I will give you honor and gratitude because I love you and I thank you for handling this for me. And I didn't even have to gain or gather any type of karma. I am grateful that you handled mine enemies. And then it finishes with, for he hath delivered me out of all trouble, and mine eye hath seen his desire upon mine enemies. Spirit is basically saying God is the one who pulls me out of situations. God is the one that I unite with. God is the one that saves me. And at this very moment, I saw that God was excited to handle these people because I was trusting that God was going to handle them. I wasn't handling them myself. So, as you are in this moment, as you are in this field, you are able to really see at this time that the book of Psalm is going to offer you a lot. It is going to offer you enough. And at this very time, you have to be in the space. Ooh, it hurt. My foot itch. I don't have a bit by end. I was barefoot. You have to be in a space, okay, to know that you are kept. To know that you are kept and know that you are okay. Oh, yeah, my foot is itching. Okay. So I do want to take a moment to. Oh, that thing hurt. I think I did give it a little in, y'all. Let's see. Let me see if I can kind of show y'all the Patreon. You don't get to see everything, but you get like a little preview. Okay. So if you join in the Patreon, this is the Patreon. And this is what you will have access to. We actually do have a playlist that is here. You have different things. You have simple works and things of this nature. We have the Warlock, which the next one is coming out this evening. And where is. So, yeah. If you want to join the Patreon, it is right here. All right, and I am going to pull just a few cards this evening. And one of the things that I'm trying to figure out on Patreon is how to actually go live, because I've been trying to, but I'm gonna figure that thing out. Current energy. Okay, so the current energy for someone is stressed out. You are literally sitting in the middle of your bed, running your fingers through your hair, rubbing your face all the time. Some of y'all been crying, some of y'all been upset, some of y'all are losing sleep. And some of y'all are just in a space to where you are just feeling very down, very heavy. Some of y'all are having issues with your anxiety. But this is an energy. This is an energy where it's kind of like you have to go through this by yourself. You're never alone, but you have to go through this by yourself. And Spirit is saying that your struggle is that you don't trust yourself and you depend on others too much, and you need to be able to trust yourself to make certain decisions, to make certain calls, and you will be just fine. What's to come? And you know, one of the things that I'm really big on and that I see is that when we learn how to trust ourselves, we learn how to control a lot of other things. Because what's to come for you is the world. There are some manifestations that are coming to fruition, some big things that are happening. And Spirit is saying that it's an ending of a cycle that's happened. Something that you've been going through for some years is wrapping up. Maybe like a lesson. Maybe you always won without no money. That's done and that's over with. Um, Maybe you always the one who missed out on something, you never have a babysitter. That's done. That's over with. Maybe you and your parents have a broken relationship. That's done and that's over with. Maybe you were the one who never can find a good job like everybody else. That's done. That's over with. And this is your moment where Spirit is saying that you going through all of this to get here. Okay. What's the advice? The advice is to find balance. You need to find balance. You need to watch you put your energy to. You need to watch what you're doing. You need to pay attention to who's around you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So y'all know my books are open. Y'all know that ooh, that thing itch. My books are open, and actually I do now on the site offer afterpay. Yeah, I do offer afterpay. And that is so awesome. I love that. So yeah, I'm excited because like with afterpay, y'all can like purchase the stuff that y'all really need. So I'm excited. And here is the book on the website. Try to share with you. Let's see. So yes, here it is on the site. Actually, it is on sale for $9.30. You do have the ability to use Afterpay with this, or you can use Shop Pay, or you can just go over here and see the other options that we have. So that's pretty major. That was one of the things I really wanted to do for y'all. I definitely appreciate all the support you all give me, all the respect you all give me. I really don't have any, I don't really have many complaints when it comes to my collective. A couple things that I may point out, like, but other than that, y'all are awesome. But that is the lesson for tonight. Y'all know where to find me. I send you much love and many blessings. You can go back and watch this over and over again, take you some notes, order your Power of the Psalms, and ah, yeah. So yeah, I am about to watch Harry Potter. I've been watching it, binge watching Harry Potter. And it's very symbolic now that I am older. So yeah, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a beautiful night. Don't forget to visit LatinBellatruzBotanica.shop and look out for that episode on the Warlock tonight. And yeah, sign up for Patreon. Don't forget also that we do still have the shadow work group gold access going, which is really dope, which is really nice. Um and yeah, so you get 3 20-minute appointments and then you get an hour with a tarot pool. So yeah, that's pretty dope. So yeah, I love y'all. I'm gonna get me some rest. I had a busy day today. And I hope y'all rewatch this and learn something from it, share it with somebody so you can get into the Psalms and change your life and bring forth your manifestations. I'm out. I love you.